Welcome to another video. I remembered to grab my zoom lens. So this is the stock 16 to 50 millimeter. I think it'll be better for this application because I can go up to it. It should autofocus. It should autofocus. There we go. And you can see like more details and stuff. And it's one less thing for me to worry about. All right, so when I put this on my face, there's a bit of a gap like right here and here. So that's letting light in. And the whole point of this is to block light. So I'm thinking about using the scrap cutout and making something where I kind of make it go around the nose except for where the nose goes. It'll just be the same problem again. Gotta find out what piece I want to grab or pieces. Ideally, I want to use scrap to work with this. And then basically just kind of like work from there. The next thing too is I measured my head by putting this around my head and realizing that 60 centimeters will probably be enough for the strap. And then I gotta figure out if I want to poke holes into this or yeah, like to how I'm going to mount the strap, because that is going to be a very important decision I would have to make. But so I think the first thing we need to do is figure out the nose and then just go from there. So I made these little pieces. Yeah, basically they'll go right at the nose part, kind of like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edge these out so they're nice and smooth, and then I'm just going to apply glue right at this spot and then do the rest of the edging on this side. And then we should be good to go. All right, new angle, and also I changed my mind. I'm thinking about this piece because I can do like a thing here and a thing here. And if I cut it here, I can kind of like go boom, boom. So I'm going to cut that out in real time. Now, I'm not going to make this as a thing to sell. This is more of like a learning project for myself. And also, I want to know how this type of leather is against my skin overnight. Kind of like making myself into a guinea pig. Basically, I'm going to do it like this, because I can do any type of edge I want, so. And I'm just going to do just the first kind of layer as like a starting line. And then after that, just run the blade again, cut all the way through. So the first is just the setting line of where my blade should go. That way it's easier. And then I just slowly just cut through each one. Just do multiple passes, which takes less time than trying to do it perfect the first time. And that's the piece right there. So let's do like a test fit and kind of like see how that works. So I'm going to clip this on here and then clip that on there. And then we should be good to go. Now I'd still see light, but I'm not sure it's because of these clips. All right, I don't see anything there, but if I move this back like that, yeah, that's much better. So it has to be like back here. So I'm just gonna mark this and then I'll buff out the edges, and I don't think I should thin it because it's thick for a reason. Take what you will with that statement. It's a matter of figuring out what I'm gonna do on this side. I thought I had a plan with this side, but maybe not. I think I took the wrong side. I got all mixed up here. So after some dinner break, I'm just trying to figure this out. So the issue I have is when I put it against my face, it feels like it's not doing a good seal. So I think what I need to do is do a chalk outline of this shape, cut in a little bit, and just have like another outline just to put on this. That way, this is not actually resting against my face, but it's being spaced out by another piece. I thought it could be resourceful. Maybe I could like use some scrap pieces, but it would be too many. And honestly, I would just be cutting up way too many pieces. So I'm putting that in the scrap pile. I hope I don't waste it and use it one day, but better that I attempted it than just have it sit there. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and then we'll just go from there. So this is the dilemma I have. This is a one-off project. There's no great way. I mean, I have plenty of leather, don't get me wrong, but I'm debating if I want to do a half where I'm going to use like this much, or do I do like a full where I do all the way around for a good seal. I think I should do a good seal, but it's a lot of material, and then I'm cutting out the middle part so that all this becomes useless. Like I could make other things inside those eye things. So I don't know. I think if I do it right, I won't be miserable, but here we go. I could also do it like this, but I have to do more around it, and that's less usable. Whereas like if I do this, it's about the same. just don't mind me being OCD about this. So I think we'll do like something like that. And then we'll just use this chalk to mark it out. This leather is thick. It's great, but it's a pain because, see, if I were doing this over and over, this design, I would set up a die cutter. I would order one because I don't know how to make one yet. I can't get all the parts I need. I'm looking for a ruling, which is like the sharp laser part that you can bend the metal around. Because I have a laser cutter, so I can make it myself by just cutting plywood or whatever the material is and set the things, and then I need to know what the punching things are, like what material that is to make the stitching holes, but I could definitely do it. I wouldn't say easy because I've never done it before, but pretty close. That's the thing, is like I would love to have that, and then I can punch out any shape. I do like this over laser cutting because laser cutting, kind of guessing where it's going to cut out. I could do measurements, but it'd take twice as long compared to like doing this, right? Just filling the lines. And then once it's set, I lift it up, careful not to rub the chalk. Chalk dust tastes great. Get my trusty J-Rig Everything mini knife. And basically I just have to cut the inside. Could cut this piece out, but I know I'm putting my thumb on the chalk, but I am setting the line anyway, so it doesn't matter because I am marking it. Nice thing about having the outline is it also flattens it, as you can see. I'm trying to do a continuous line. That way I'm not trying to meet it and it fails. I hate to say this, but I need a bigger table for this entire hide. It's all like, oh, I went underneath too much. Darn it. I'll get better at this cutting or else I'll just give up. People say get a diode laser in Reddit. This is not like a hobby where I'm going to dump thousands of dollars on it. I'm getting there, but not on a single machine. Plus, like, that machine needs to do a lot more than cut leather. It has to do like my taxes or something. Then I'll buy it. Okay, now we have a line cut out, so now I just gotta do a few passes, which should be easy. Oops, I poked myself. Can't be doing that really, especially with this blade. Don't get me wrong, this leather is great. It's been a huge learning curve though. Stuff I worked with before was just manufactured, so like it was a set thickness and all that fun stuff, but I do like the properties of leather. It's really nice. Is there a 360-degree knife for a cutting machine that will work? I just don't want to get one and then find out that it doesn't cut as well. Because if I'm going to have the same issues as a laser cutter, except minus the smell because it's not burning anything. Did I nick myself good enough where it's bleeding? I don't know, we'll find out. I would get like a cutting machine instead. I had a cutting machine, but it has to be like the laser cutter where I can lay this on top of this stuff. It can't be where the leather has to be fed for a roll. This is going to take a few passes, boys. Ooh, that's not good. I shouldn't be cutting like that. I had my hand loose on the handle. That's not good. So you get cut. I mean, it's a miracle that I haven't cut myself badly. See, I cut this at an angle, so now I'm paying for it. Some parts of the skin, because it's natural, it's going to be thicker. Okay, I'm cutting towards myself and applying a lot of pressure. This is going to go well. We're free. I think I'm going to do eye hole circles. So we're going to get rid of this furry side. I feel like the image is too dark, but that could be just me. Oh, that's a lot of fluff. And that's off. Ooh, and it cut through anyway, so I'm not sure if you can see my finger going through that. It's kind of good that we kind of use this piece, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to vacuum this because if I yank this, it's going to go everywhere. And I know like it's hard to put a screw in the middle, but if you had an adjustment screw and it would turn a spindle both directions and then push down, I mean, yes, it would be more engineering work, but it would be so much better than trying to figure out both sides and adjust them. All right, let's try a less extreme angle. So I'm gonna just try cutting this out, but this stuff is hard to shave off, so I might have to get the Dremel, but I want to cut out all the extra stuff here, and then I'll just go ahead and hit with the Dremel afterwards. Kind of like just freehanding it. Part of me just wants to finish this project. As you can see, this side shaved pretty well, but it's also like not as great. Not too happy about this, but kind of just want to get it done. Now I don't know if I can glue it because of all this raw side here, so I might have to shave it manually. Oops, I just went over. It's alright, that cut might be shaved away. Looking at the camera, I should be paying attention where I'm cutting. So it was a digit, that's kind of important for my job. That and seeing. I don't know what I'm doing with this. Getting to the point where it's like, what the heck is going on here? Kind of like going insane with this part of the project. I just want to finish it, you know? So like, it's not going to look pretty, but it's done. See, that's why I like the laser cutter, because if I did it right, or the machine could take it, it would be so much easier. I'll just get better at this, that's all. Alright, let's just see. So I would do it like this, like on top of that. This is stressing me out. You know, they say that failure is a great teacher. I'm getting my butt whooped with lessons here. Oh man. Alright, I guess we'll just try it. Problem is this bends down here. Alright, I'm going to hit this with the Dremel and then get that and then kind of glue it on there and just call it a day. Total waste of product right there. Throw that in my scrap pile. Alright, so 24 minutes of recording time. Don't know how much I can cut down. Officially scrapping the idea. It's just not going to work. It's going to bend and stuff. You can get a perfect thing. So I might just have to figure out something else. Might just use the scrap pieces and just slowly build it out. I think that'll be better. And then I'll work on the strap later. But yeah, it's like one of those things where project that I'm not going to be reproducing anytime soon. I should have spent more time planning that out. I just assumed that there wouldn't be any light bleed, but when I put it against my face, I can see it down where my nose is. Unless if I make a cutout for my nose. Let's do that. See how that goes, even though I made this really nice design here. This works. I'm going to be really impressed with myself, but also annoyed because I put a lot of work into this, and let's just try that. I mean, we're already this deep, so let's keep going. I'm just eyeballing at this point. No idea if this is actually going to work. Because I'm thinking my nose is making that gap, obviously. So if I... Alright, so gap is on the bottom, but now there's more light on my nose. I think I'm going to give up on this project. Because how I look at it is I not only have to figure out this part, but I also have to figure out the strap, the mechanism for the strap, and all of that just for one thing. Whereas like I should stick with just the wallets, that stuff where I'm familiar with. That way I can, it's not a total loss because I have a keychain thing that I can cut out of this. So I can go boom, boom, and make a few keychains out of it. So it's not like end of the world, but it's just disappointing. I'm gonna sleep, but I can see light on the bottom, and that's because I don't have like a cushion all the way around here. Now, if I were to use the scrap stuff, if I do something like that, that should block enough light. Okay, so let's just try that. So it looks like this. Alright, there's barely any light there, but the problem is I took out the nose piece. So I'm thinking about just cutting this here, and that'll be the nose piece. I am going absolutely crazy here. I'm just cutting pieces, I don't care. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I just want to glue this down and just call it a day. But I do feel like an idiot. Well, I never said I was intelligent. I'm debating if I want to, do I want to scrap this, give up on it, cut my losses, or go with my losses and try and make something out of it. I still gotta make the strap, so it's not like very nice looking. Just forget and just glue it, and then I'll set the template over, so that's what I'll do. I'm not going to stitch it because there might be holes, so I'm going to just glue this thing. But remember, this is just a personal project. No one makes mistakes, it's just pain. I do like this glue. It smells a lot, but it's pretty good. I just want to get this done so I can start making wallets, because I have a friend, they're going to sell some stuff at a fair, and I don't even have any wallets made yet. And they said in a few weeks, and that was a few weeks ago, so maybe it already happened. Ideally, long term, I wouldn't use fabric glue or just fabric glue in general, but I am so done with this project and it's not going to be something I want to sell. I just want to get it done. Plug this up. Put it in there because it smells. That's why I have it in a coffee can. And also I didn't want to light on fire because I do mess with fire a lot. Don't judge me. Well, you can judge me, I won't care. And then we just gotta put a weight on this thing. So I got an idea. Why don't I put a barcode scanner on? Because that was something I was going to do for my other place, but it's never going to happen. And we're going to call that a night.